in the chat, we got Jay on the camera right here. We got a young buck. How would you call someone like, look at how he's holding the camera. Does that give you a little anxiety?
We're going to get him there.
We won't get in there, but he's doing a great job, I think.
Hey, motivation is the main motivator that I look for when I'm working with young men.
Amazing.
So he's motivated to do what he does.
Yep.
So he can learn.
He can learn.
So
that's beautiful. And that note, mi gente, and that note, we started the podcast. My name is Marvin Morazan. I am TOJ, a Honduran artist, but it don't matter because we are here to know Sonni.
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 There we go. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just that I really chop up people's names because English is my second language.
AKA in style photography.
Let's go. Style photography.
In style.
In style photography.
Capital N, capital STYLE.
That's how people can find you on social media?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, Sonni, can you tell us who you is? Don't tell us your age. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We just want to know about your style of photography, about what you do it for. Let people know who you are.
So I'm a photographer.
You're a photographer.
I am a photographer.
Just that simple.
Simple. Been a photographer since I was 11 years old.
11 years old?
Yeah, doing it professionally since I was about 17.
That's amazing. Yeah. So how many years will you say in total that's that?
50 years.
Okay.
Yeah, legit. I've been taking pictures for over 50 years.
Over 50 years. You heard that, Jay?
So I've done some of everything. I've taken photos in the Air Force. I've taken pictures of the space shuttle. I've taken pictures of celebrities. Name it. I've pretty much shot it. Been published nationally, locally. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, it's an honor to have you here. As someone that, started with photography, learned from a camera, utilize a camera, understands that a camera is a tool. I also know that, you have taken every opportunity to mentor. I can speak on that because we had an event for the people watching on Saturday here in Portland where I had the privilege to bring some of the fellas that are or learning about photography and video. And without us knowing who was going to be in that party, we found you. And you took a lot of your time from partying to mentor these fellas. And that caught my eye. And mainly the reason why I was so happy, and I'm so happy to have you here on this podcast, is there something that you feel very specific to you, an experience about you as a photographer that can be very important for the young mindsets?
Absolutely. Well, after, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And, if I can't pass some of it back to some other young men that are coming up and want to do what I do, then what was the point?
What's the point? Right. What's the point?
These gentlemen, like I said, they're motivated. Mm-hmm. And that's all it takes, is to want to be somebody, do something, learn. So if I got the time and the energy, I'm going to give it to them.
Yep.
And I'm going to watch them soak it up. And then I'm going to show them how to use it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to show them how to monetize it.
Okay. You heard that. Show how to use it, how to monetize from it.
Absolutely. I'm going to teach it to them. Show them how to use it.
Amazing.
And I'm going to show them how to monetize it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You see, there's so many things that we can talk about. I can ask you about the artists that you were able to shoot. Did you get into places because you had a camera on your hands?
My camera has been a key to all kinds of doors.
All kinds of doors.
All kinds of doors. So I've been able to go into places that, I wouldn't have otherwise been able to go to, participate in events that otherwise I would have had to pay to participate in.
Right.
I don't pay to go anywhere.
Did you get in the club with the camera without paying?
This last weekend?
No, any club.
Oh, all of them.
Okay. Okay. Good. Let me ask you this question. Concert,
Yeah.
Okay. NBA game?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me that. Restaurants?
Restaurants not so much because I go to eat.
Well, you be like, hey,
I'm not working.
you can be like, hey, you guys, let me hold this real quick. You can be like, hey, you guys, I got 400 followers on Instagram. You know I'm a content creator. You be like, I got a camera.
We haven't got to that stage yet.
Okay, you know what? You know, take Jay.
Take Jay.
Take Jay.
Maybe we'll teach Jay how to monetize it.
There we go.
And
With the new wave of content. There you go. There you go.
You know, it was a different time when I was actually doing what I was doing. It wasn't as digital as it is now.
Right.
Social media wasn't as much of a part of the economy.
I think during these times, you can tell your apartment manager, hey, I will live here. I take photos and I leave for free. I'm sure you can make that happen.
Find a way to monetize it.
Find a way to monetize it. I'm telling you.
That's one of my strengths. So I'm always looking at the way to get to the money. So
maybe we can have you one of these days as a podcast and have people come and learn some of the ways.
Yeah, that's those are trade secrets, a lot of them, you know, but like I said, training these young men.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of their training.
Well, I do have a school that is called the Will Film School. It's a digital and in-person school that, you know, if someone tells me I want to be part of the school, how do I enter? I said, well, the membership is way too expensive. It's free.
It's free.
But you got to show up.
Got to show up.
You got to show up. Show up and show out.
And you got to come with your motivation in hand. You know, you can't just come and half-ass participate.
Yep.
You know, you got to actually dig in and, and really show what you're trying to do, you know.
Absolutely. So. Well, you know, I tell you this is a quick shootout for us to be able to do this podcast. I am grateful that you came along. You know, I think that, you know, there's so many things that we'll be able to do in the community. You know, we will have the podcast here today. Tomorrow it can be in another place.
Yeah.
You know, and the opportunities that we can do with this and having honorable community leaders like yourself is part of my goal.
Shout out to my homegirl Laquita over at Afro Village over in the Lloyd Center. And
maybe we can shoot
we'll shoot something over there.
Oh, absolutely.
Next time.
Yes, absolutely.
So one of the other things that we like to try to get people to understand is financial literacy. So that's part of the monetization that, you know, we're going to be teaching these young men how to get to the money, but then what to do with it once you have it.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Just getting it and spending it, that's not what we're trying to teach them how to do.
Absolutely.
We want them to take it and multiply it.
Multiply it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's part of the longevity of what we do. Right.
How can people find you on social media, on Facebook and Instagram and any other socials to get in contact with you and what you do?
So currently we're building out our socials.
Okay.
A lot of what I have currently is private, personal.
Okay.
But you can find me on Eportraitsbynstyle on Instagram and Askia Phillips on Facebook.
Right on. And we can see some of your like photographs from, would you say?
So so FYI, I started reposting archive photos after the night that I met these young men.
Yep.
It kind of gave me a little bit of motivation because I saw a lot of people that I knew I had photos of.
Yep.
So I went back into the archives and I started reposting a lot of older stuff.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, so they can go, the people you took photos of, they can go back and watch, see if they can see themselves.
Yeah. So they can go look at some of my archive photos.
There we go.
And I'm going to be doing that probably for the rest of the year because I got so many pictures. I just got to go through and pick out stuff that I think people would want to see.
Awesome.
So lost touch with a lot of people. A lot of people have passed. So, that's one of the other things being a photographer allows you to do is to actually bring back memories of people that are no longer with us.
Yep.
Give people an opportunity to see their lost loved ones.
Yep.
So that's a gift that I try to give back. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So
that's a gift that you're trying to give back.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait to see some of those photos, and I cannot wait to see the reaction of those people watching those photos, see themselves, see a loved one. And I will tell you this, which I believe very strong. Photographers, we have the power to freeze a moment forever.
100%.
And if you know how to do it right, using the right light, using the camera by the right eye, you can freeze a moment and simply just be like, cool, here.
Absolutely.
We're powerful.
So, it's like I was telling you the other night, told these young men, photography is 90% personal, 10% technical. Right?
Wow. 9% personal, 10% technical.
You can learn the camera in no time. You can learn the simple techniques that you need to be able to capture a photo. But can you actually capture a photo?
Oh.
Can you actually get the subjects to give you what you're looking for? Right? Whether it's an individual person.
Yep.
Whether it's a brick wall.
Yep.
Can you get that brick wall to do what you want it to do?
Hey, big talk.
So yeah.
I've seen people at the club like this. How do you do that?
So yeah.
How do you navigate a person like that? Right. The energies that you got to give those people.
Interpersonal connections. You have to make them comfortable first and foremost, right? You don't make a person feel comfortable with you pointing something at them, whether it's a camera or a phone, right? They're not going to give you what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
So you have to be able to make them feel like they want you to do what you're going to do, right? It's kind of a lot like life. Right?
Life.
Anything that you interact with, you got to get the opposite side of it to engage with you.
Yep.
Right. So
you just see when I have a musician on this podcast and you throw some bar, this is what I do. Watch this. We clap and we do that little thing. You know what I mean? So people know that this podcast that we just had, this conversation right here, is valuable. This podcast, I was gonna put it for free, but I'm gonna sell it for $9.99.
Ain't that what Jen said?
Yeah, it's too expensive for me to put this content right here that just happened. It's too expensive. $9.99 now today.
Right.
Through membership, $5 per week.
Stay tuned. We do have a membership club.
Oh, you do?
Green Life Social Club.
Okay.
And my company, Green Life Entertainment. We're going to be doing some live events this summer. Actually, probably starting here this spring.
Amazing.
We're going to be having some events. And these young men are getting opportunities to come and shoot and document what we're doing.
Yep.
Our Smoke Buddy Bunnies will be out. So stay tuned.
Hire me too. I know how to take a photo.
Also, you do the video, right?
Hey, I do the video.
And my son, who's going to be graduating, shout out to Asim from Pacific University next month with a degree in multimedia.
Love it.
And so, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, we'll definitely talk and so excited because the sun is coming out in Portland.
Yes,
and I've seen Portland go crazy during the summer. I've seen Portland doing amazing things. We have small businesses, we have business owners, we have musicians, we have everything. And, we got to unite so many communities.
Networking is 100% necessary in Portland, Oregon.
Right.
If you're not networking, you're not moving.
You're not moving.
No,
I love it.
You're not succeeding. So you got to know somebody that knows somebody.
That knows somebody that knows somebody.
So you could connect those dots.
There you go.
Right.
I said it. Well, I was going to ask you, can you tell the younger generations for advice? But we just gave them bars.
Hey, and we got more bars to come.
Come on. Listen, with that note, we end this podcast. But that doesn't mean we end this conversation.
No, the conversation continues.
Yeah, the conversation continues. But for now, we'll give you a little taste. You guys, we're going to give him a clap right here. But you guys can also give him a shout out too. Right now, we have an audience today. We have an audience for this right here for this special podcast.
Yeah. And I appreciate all the customers that I've had over all the years. I appreciate everybody that's allowed me to point my camera at them and capture their image and document them.
That's beautiful.
So, everybody out there, I love you all.
Much love. Thank you, guys. This is Just Cafe Podcast with Marvin Morazan, TOJ. Following us on social media and Just Podcast Cafe podcast on Instagram, on YouTube as Marvin Media World. And y'all going to see us and everything. So don't worry about it.
Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this for real.
For real. Yeah, we're going to do this at different locations, different people. Every Tuesday here at Washington Square for now. We have a very beautiful space here at Sheikh Studio from 11 to 6 p.m. Come and grab some of the products that we have from our official sponsor, Vita Health, and Marvin Media World as well. We got the crew here. We got the fellas learning about photography. At this point, they are shooters, they're photographers now. And our special guest today, shout out to him. Thank you, and his people. Thank you so much, and we'll see you around. All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Eso, let's go. Nice. All right.